Hello, my name is Kim Kuzma, and this is my capstone final presentation. For the capstone project, I chose to write a curriculum unit that would be used in a language classroom. I wanted to create a unit that incorporated technology and digital literacy in meaningful ways. I chose this topic because as a parent and educator, I recognize that students need skills using technology and digital media as tools in their learning. My teaching career started at a time when email was emerging as an efficient tool. A lot has changed since then, and to be an effective educator, I recognize the need to continually adapt and update my lessons to include engaging and exciting activities for students, and to include skills that are relevant to the world of today's students and their futures. With this unit, I am providing students guidance and practice in digital and technology literacy tools. The need for this unit was based on observations of young people in schools and at home. Also, the multiple organizations, including national and state departments of education, in addition to coalitions of businesses and educators, have issued a call to action for improving our students' skills in technology and digital literacy. I developed this unit inspired to use technology as a tool to connect my students' language learning to real-world experiences and skills. My work focused on developing lessons that would result in positive attitudes to learning because students will use tools with which they are already familiar. The research question that drove the development of this curriculum was, how can digital modalities, including the internet, videos, Twitter, websites, meaningfully and authentically enhance learning in the world language curriculum? Sub-questions were, what existing technologies can support student development in digital literacy while learning French? And what digital creation and presentation tools are meaningful to the language learning content? The American Council of Teachers of Foreign Languages, or ACTFL, traditionally outlines the inclusion of the 5 C's in language classrooms: communication, cultures, connections, comparisons, and communities. Importantly, in a 2017 position statement on technology in foreign language classes, ACTFL recognizes that in the 21st century, it is critical that teachers leverage technology use in achieving skillful, competent, and world-class citizens. Other education researchers argue that technology and digital literacy are the 4th fundamental skill after reading, writing, and arithmetic. The use of this empowering tool needs to move beyond teachers and become a part of student-centered learning activities, providing students with the knowledge and practice to be skillful, critical consumers and producers of digital media. Researchers point out that although today's students are digital natives, born into a time that has never been without smartphones and fast Wi-Fi connections, they still need guidance and instruction to use this tool for deepened learning and knowledge. Some caution that too much digital media lessens other skills such as deliberation and reflection, or that it can become addictive and all-consuming. Still others complain that devices are a distraction in the classroom. However, these are exactly the reasons for educators to be intentional in their incorporation of these tools in the classroom. With careful planning, the benefits of technology and digital media can be leveraged to better engage students and improve learning outcomes. The curriculum unit I designed includes 10 lessons that are meant to be used over the course of the first semester of school. 4 of these lessons are preparing students for technology vocabulary in French that will be used throughout the year, teaching skills about appropriate use of online language resources to avoid common errors in copying. We start learning about how to distinguish between reliable and unreliable websites. Also important to language learning, students practice how to effectively use online translators and language reference sites. Speaking and listening activities allow students to practice the technology vocabulary that we will use throughout the year. Lastly, students have fun using online apps to make cartoons where characters speak using French texting abbreviations. 3 of the lessons set up reoccurring activities that will be ongoing throughout the whole school year. Weekly, students will tweet responses to questions and comments in our group Twitter account, in French, of course. Monthly, students will blog in French about common topics and share curated language and culture resources with their peers. The remaining 3 lessons allow students to use a variety of digital media to produce presentations for a broad audience. To start the year, students will review previous vocabulary and introduce themselves by creating infographics that can be shared digitally or in print. As a culminating project, students will develop websites about French-speaking cities around the world. Finally, students will create virtual postcards after visiting a new city via the websites created by their classmates. This curriculum unit endeavored to present lessons that would set up the foreign language classroom as a place where students practice their digital literacy and technology skills while learning to speak, read, write, listen, and explore culture in French. The research and sub-questions drove the creation of the resulting lessons that incorporate over 10 digital modalities, specific discussions of appropriate use and behavior online, and clear direction to use authentic, credible resources. Each of the 10 lessons accomplishes the purpose outlined in the research questions. Students not only practice French during this unit, but also gain knowledge and direction on how to use technology and digital tools to present information, deepen learning, share with an audience, and collaborate with peers. Developing this unit challenged my own digital and technology learning, as I had to research resources that were affordable and appropriate for classroom use. It was fun to practice with the many software applications to discover student-friendly ways to bring them to my future students. The result is meaningful lessons that can be adapted to different age groups and content areas. Check out my website to see if any could work for your classroom. Thank you very much for your time.